field. Let me invite Mr. Xolisa Mabhongo, representative of the IAEA Director General, Director of the IAEA Office in New York, to have some remarks.
Thank you, Chairperson. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank, on behalf of the IAEA, the government of Belarus, Project Chernobyl, and the Russian-American Foundation for organizing this event to mark the 31st anniversary of the Chernobyl accident. And today marks the first observance of the International Chernobyl Disaster Remembrance Day, declared in the General Assembly Resolution 7125, adopted in December, and entitled Persistent Legacy of the Chernobyl Disaster. As such, this day is not only one for reflection, but also one to look towards the future, post-2016. A legacy of Chernobyl for the IAEA and its member states is the profound effect it had on the way we do our work. The accident led to increased international cooperation in the area of nuclear safety and the adoption of new legal instruments. Most importantly, it focused global attention on the fact that nuclear safety can never be taken for granted, and that there is no room for complacency in this regard. We were also reminded that technology is a human endeavor, and that no technology is 100% safe. Nuclear is no exception. In the past 3 decades, the IAEA Technical Cooperation Program has provided over $15 million in assistance to the affected regions, primarily through national and regional projects. As noted in our contribution to the latest report of the Secretary General on Chernobyl, we have provided specialized technical expertise, training and equipment in the areas of environmental remediation, decommissioning and management of radioactive waste, sustainable agricultural production in contaminated areas, and human health, just to mention a few. Much of this support has been provided in partnership with other organizations of the United Nations. Regional IAEA technical cooperation activities resulted in the harmonization of national concepts, documents, and decision-making tools for the rehabilitation and return to radiological environmental conditions of the affected areas in Belarus, the Russian Federation, and Ukraine. Approaches to the radiation protection of the public were also harmonized. All work was based on international recommendations and international safety standards. Human resource capacities in Ukraine and Belarus were strengthened through the training of professionals in radiological monitoring, remediation, and recovery in the affected areas. In addition, campaigns focused on improving awareness of rehabilitation and safety issues among the general population, allowing for the return to normal life conditions in the affected territory. This was achieved through a dedicated website and various other outreach efforts. At the national level, capacities in Belarus for optimal forest management were enhanced through radiological monitoring and the monitoring of decreasing radiation risks from contaminated forests, enabling gradual use of the forests for economic activity. Through IAEA projects, Belarus has improved its capacity to use environmentally sound agricultural remediation technologies, contributing to animal farms in affected regions becoming economically usable. Projects to make water potable have led to an overall improvement in the quality of life. IAEA activities have also built capacity in Belarus to prevent selected radionuclides from entering the food chain, contributing to the well-being of the population of the affected areas. Through the joint FAO-IAEA Division on Nuclear Technologies in Food and Agriculture, the IAEA supports research on techniques for sustainable agricultural production, including in areas affected by radioactive contamination, with emphasis on the development of remediation countermeasures, methods for monitoring radioactive contaminants in agricultural land and water, contaminant analysis, data management, and the development of remediation techniques and technologies. In the health sector, radiotherapy services for oncological patients from the Chernobyl-affected areas in Belarus and Ukraine have improved with the introduction of new techniques, equipment, and training. In Ukraine, Expert assistance and training was provided for decommissioning of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant and for assistance with the shelter and waste management systems. Looking forward, the IAEA Technical Cooperation Program supports 3 projects: a regional project on radiological management of the abandoned areas, a national project in Belarus for transuranium assessment, and a national project in Ukraine on decommissioning and radioactive waste management at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Support is expected to continue throughout the 2018-2019 period, building on past assistance. Protecting the natural environment, human health, food security are fundamental components of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda, as are the partnerships needed to implement the agenda. Nuclear, isotopic, and related analytical techniques and technology are valuable tools for gaining an understanding of these issues. The IAEA supports member states in enhancing their capacities to use these advanced scientific techniques and tools to tackle threats to the environment, human health, and to food security. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mabhongo.